Divine Sunshine, coming to you with your karmic energy reading. I'm going to concentrate this on the feminine, this press for time. So I'm looking at the divine karmic feminine, seeing her energies and see what's currently going on. Did I bring out, hold on, I feel like I'm missing the card. Excuse me 1 second, excuse me, I just want to reach behind you. Okay, all right, so they're gonna make it go deeper, that's fine, whatever. Okay, let's see if I can pull off this a little bit. There we go. Okay, all right, so we want to just do a quick check-in and see. Thank you all to all of you all that have, I'll have to rock back like this. Thank you for all of you all that have, I got my 2K. Thank you. Whee! I did my little celebration thing on the YouTube as well, because I don't want to move, because if I do it, it'll be a whole different story. Let me write down. And so thank you so very much for that. I got my 2K. I don't know why, but I'm looking for 2.53, so I need that. That's really 530 subscribers. More on that one. I don't know why that number is so significant for me. I think is that 53, 2.53, whatever. So I need that's the number that I want with that one. So help me. So like, subscribe, share, if it's good things, whatever you feel instructed to be able to do. So thank you so very much for rocking with me, leaning with me, and being there with me as I guide you to help you to get the keys into union. Okay. All right then, let's slide back up real quick. I want to do this and then, because I've been doing for clients all this, and now I got to go eat. But I say I got to do this because I had not did karmic. I did the DM this week. I did the energies for us. I try to do like a protocol for all of us to kind of look at certain things as well. So what's going on with this? Let's look and see what's happening with the karmic collective. What's going on? What's their energies for the divine feminine karmic collectives? What's going on? Woo, Jesus, that went through that right on out. Here lately I've been throwing these cards out there. I got another card that fell right behind the damn on TV. I got to get access to that. Okay, let's look and see what we got here. Ooh, jealousy, envy, punishment, changing course. Her last day in the light. Oh, snap, unexpected ending, surprise changes, sudden shifts. Okay, inexplicable, miraculous, otherworldly, and spreading of conditions, influences, and impact. Transmission. Okay, something I'm being led here that says, I'm gonna have to turn y'all sideways because I get more in this way than this way. Here, I'm gonna turn you sideways. I don't know why that's up here now, unless he want to say something. I might do that and then stack it over on the side here. Got quite a bit of cards out here. Okay, so now, okay, all right, so now, because it's going to be like that, and then you're going to see. Let me see if I can back that up a little bit more. Okay, so you can see here. Okay, because you ain't going to get too much of a view. All right, so now let's see. I want these cards here. I got every card known to man out here. Sure. What's going on here, this jealousy thing? What's going on with that? Clarify that for me, please. Appreciation. This to me, again, this envy here, this looks like the divine feminine, which is her being in her light, being able to produce beauty right where she's at. Things are blossoming and growing for her. Right now, she's envious. Now, look at this. This is a sharp contrast. You know, like when I do the before and after. This is, look, she's in death. She's in life. Okay? That's the difference of it. And she's jealous of that. You know, a lot of times I hear readers talk about and saying that, well, you know, they thought that when they got the divine masculine, the divine feminine was going to crumble. And, you know, that was going to be the end of the whole world. Yeah, okay, I can speak for one from another. Yeah, it did happen at the beginning. But then after a while, you know, you sat there and you did like Beyonce. Figure out how you could take them lemons and turn them into lemonades. Like, I can't stay like this forever because there ain't nothing going to fierce and manifest by that. Understanding now, her last days in the light. Look like to me, it sounds like I can hear my mom talking, well, this going to be your last days in the sun. Some things is coming to an end, an unexpected ending. Woman holding a coin. This to me seems like to me that the divine feminine, the first thing that comes to me instantly is the divine feminine is making some major shifts, and she's now being the person who's holding the prosperity, the things in the material world. This to me is like the material world. You got this cat here again, which again is also is there. Really having understanding that it's been some religious things, like if I keep on doing this will actually happening. Looks like she's kind of getting a handle on that. This is first thing what I see instinctively here too as well. There has been also, they're mimicking, they're mirroring each other. There has also, it's the opposite. So I'm going with this thing because this looks like light and shadow. For the karmic, the divine karmic here, what is happening is been a shift for the divine feminine karmic. Is she's the opposite. This money thing issues that she thought she had, she's now losing grasp on that. Why? Because she's been married to the understanding of doing this through superstitions. You know, all things is ritualistic. I was talking to a client and she was talking about that's ritual. You know, if I say my 50, if I say my rosaries in the morning, then I know I'm safe. Now, if I don't say my rosaries, then I'm not safe. Or I don't do this X, Y, and Z. This is it. The rituals. This could be also some of you all that say about the black magic things, or some things that she's been doing that she knows. If I make sure that I give him head before he leaves out in the morning, you know, that's always the way he's going to come back. Or if I, you know, these things, these ritual things, the traditions that she's had in the home life with the divine masculine, it seems like it is starting to now unravel. Those things are not having the same hold anymore, because the thing that jumps off this page is hold. She's not having the same hold here. We got supernatural, unexplainable, miraculous, otherworldly things. Explaining that what's going on now here is action. Black and white journey. Some things that have been happening that is made some action happen. There is cause for to drag her where she's at. I'm seeing for a fish here, which is life, to where she's at. That things are just like miraculously have been kind of coming together. That she can't even really explain. It's like, I thought I had a good hold on it. I thought if I did X, Y, and Z, this is not going to happen to my to the DM. You know, things are happening. It's causing some action and some things and some movement, some things to get some really forward motion. This darkness, really maybe the things that's in the dark of the divine masculine, which is as far as freedom, wanting that is now starting to go after the light. This is, to me, is like the light is now taking the lead, and now he is looking and like following suit now. It's just unexplainable. It's otherworldly thing, and now this journey. This now is taking off of this adventure. Beforehand, not really knowing that, again, that she's divine karmic. Some things have really been coming together for her to understand that it's time for me to take this journey. There's been some synchronicities and some things that has propelled her to, like, you have been in the darkness, but now it's time for you to kind of like move into the light. Like they say, in her last days in the light. These are her last days here. Either you're going to choose whichever way. You're going to, like the Matrix. You're going to take the blue pill or the red pill. You're going to stay here, or you're going to move on to where you actually need to go. Transmission. Spreading of conditions and influence. To me, she had been kind of, again, we have talked about that, and this is interesting, that she had been underneath the influence of this divine masculine being the person who had held her heart in that. And that influenced her for everything and actions and reactions that she had made in life, and what's going on in the connection with the divine masculine. She's got, like, again, two sides of her. I see a pig here, which to me would be like, as a part of her is like gluttony. Here she's being a pig about some things. Just keep on, I want more, not caring about how she's going about getting it, and how she's able to consume things energy wise, or getting things material wise as well. And so these things here, I see little veins here looking like she's innocent, but she's sucking the blood out of some things. Also tapping into the divine masculine, being that energy zapper, that energy vampire, taking things away from things, and again, spreading conditions, like again, that really that energy. A lot of times if you're dealing with the divine masculine and he has a karmic situation there, you feel that energies from him. She's sucking off the energies from the divine masculine, and then she's also sucking the energies from you, him tapping into you, and then both of them are zapping into both you too, like a vampire, both of them feasting off you till you get to the point and say, nah, ain't no more. That's it. That's enough. We not doing that. The divine feminine is now coming into our power, which is now causing this divine masculine, to me, is reflected in him, to saying both of she holding coins, holding heart, is causing now this balance. The divine masculine and divine feminine has always been the person who's been more heart centered, less on the material things. They'll tell you in a second, I don't need that. I don't need the material thing. Your love is all I need. Now the divine masculine is now getting into the energies. Since she's now the divine feminine is like a weight. Again, a balanced weight. Since she's now getting into more material things, like making things manifest here, and she's standing in her power, getting her empire, which is now causing the divine masculine to say, oh, before, I wasn't caring about that. Now it's causing me to get into my heart space, because now again we're mirroring each other. Okay, so again, now you're in your material things, you're in the 3D, you're in the material things, which causes him to go into his emotions, which goes into his heart. Now this right here, this is influencing her, it's impacting her as well. Okay, let's look and see about what's going on as far as that dynamic, the overall influence for the karmic feminine. What's going on with the, what's the overall energy? Clear. The wheel is turning, so there's some change going on here. There's some change. We got Lilith here, which is again getting things by any means necessary. So that's at the top of it. Understanding that it's, they say the wheel is turning because it seems like it's a lot of people that's watching too what's going on with them. This came out before. The divine masculine is now moving into the energies of really being his own conductor, changing things, directing things, as well as far as being able to get this 4 wands, which is, this is really alchemy, which you're again getting, which is also a sign. The 4 wands is also for the twin flames. He's like, I got to really conduct something. It's the unfinished symphony going on between me and the divine feminine, and I've got to really start conducting this music instead of letting somebody else do this. He had been playing the little swan song here on the little violin here. Notice ain't nobody out there listening to that. So he's got to move to the energies to understand that he's got to make some moves here. This looks like chess piece here. It's in black and white and actually doing that. Beforehand, it might have been a little smeared here. Now in this energies here, the divine, this is like the divine masculine, 9 of swords here. There's been some conflict. This is again with written communication. The divine masculine has been sitting there thinking and pondering. Looks like to me it's 2 ways. She can feel that the divine masculine either is in communications, like this written, email, text here, or also it has been calling the divine feminine too. It's some kind of way he's sitting there wishing and hoping to be able to do this with the divine feminine, or he is, and after he makes the phone call and he texts, it leaves him thinking and pondering about some things. Now in the back of his mind here, the divine masculine is still thinking, he's still pondering. She ain't got that. She back here masking her emotions. She's trying to put it on him. Look like she got maybe some kind of night negligee going on here. In the background, she's got this flower holding on to this romance thing here as well. She's practicing her own version of self-love here, because I see her breast is covered here. So she's finding ways to love her back. Look like to me, she's like, I'm finding a way to get my own back, my own itch scratch. My own. The old folks used to say that. Like, I got an itch in my back like that. It's a lot of times old folks is like, I getting my own back scratched. They're scratching that itch. I'm getting and finding ways for someone else to do that. So she's finding other ways to do it, and she's masking that. I still say that this divine karmic that I'm picking up again has somebody else on the side of this karmic, whichever way you feel comfortable in saying, has her own person that feels her needs, knows how to fulfill and get that back scratched the way, and fulfills that, satisfies that itch that she has. This to me is showing that, while the divine masculine is sitting there pining, while she's saying, I'm handling my needs. I don't know what your issue is. So we got this next one, which is Ace of Cups, which is interesting. Almost looking like Aquarian energy here, where we're pouring out our own emotions, being able to fulfill our own cup. This, to me, this Ace of Cups here is now, he's too. Now they kind of up there for are mirroring each other, the karmic and the divine masculine, because he's like, right now I'm moving in the energies of practicing self-love for self. While she's saying, yeah, I got self-love, but I'm going out there and go get my own itch scratched. So don't even worry about what I'm doing. I'm fulfilling my own ways in other ways, because she's turned away from him, and that's what it looks like to me. Like, that's almost like aloe vera. I don't know why this looks like aloe vera leaves to me. So some kind of way she's going to go get her own self, her whole healing balm, to go get healed someplace else, whether that's sexually or whatever it is, in the whole thing. Let me look and see what's going on in their situation. What time is it? Let me see what's going on. Tell me what's going on with this divine masculine and divine feminine. Clear. So child also represents new beginning. 1 is in the intuition and awareness. 8 is having a rebirth or a regeneration of where they are. This is what is wanted by this karmic as well. And 1 and 9 is like ending of a cycle. So really wanting this new birth to happen. Understanding that, again, if they're in some kind of serious commitment here, they want, she wants divine intervention to happen. This is the divine intervention card too as well. Or also feeling like we're going to have some kind of remediation going on here, or we're going to have go before court to get some things done. Somebody's got to issue out a judgment about what's going on. You got this mature woman here. Something that's being influenced here seems like it's a mother figure here as well. And she might be, even after this divine timing comes in, she feels also, this goes several ways, that she feels like this divine intervention, comes in. She feels like it's going to help her to be able to mature. It's like, I'm going to find the balls of spiritually mature to say, okay, I'm going to gather my things up and actually see what's the next step I have to do, because right now I'm acting immature. All these cards look immature to me, as far as like not making the stance, not making the decision. I'm just going to stay right where I am, and that's it. So she feels like if she could get that divine intervention that happens, it's also going to help her to be able to start something. What is the as far as getting this new beginning, getting out of it? Clear. What is this? What's the heart of the matter right now? That everybody seems like everybody's got to love themselves first. I picked that up from the divine masculine. This is self-love from him, and she's got to practice self-love too as well. The divine masculine still in this situation is holding on to something in the past. He's holding on to something else. He's acting like he's present in there in the relationship with the divine karmic, feminine karmic, but he's not. And really, because of her energy too as well, she's got to learn how to get some self-respect, because even though she's going someplace else to go get her back scratched or scratching that itch that she's got there, that's still not self-respect. You're still looking for other people to be able to satisfy that black hole or whatever things that's not being satisfied. When they start to love themselves first, this is going to cause for a wind of change to change spiritually within them. They're going to find a direction. Understand they're going to also get freedom. It's really actually in black and white. This is also when they start loving themselves, they're going to get a leg up on the situation, because right now they're where they are left out in the cold. Sorry to say. Okay. When it comes to this connection, what's actually going on? Empress. This to me is the divine feminine. She's right there in the center of it all. She has showed up in this reading, showing that again. She's in her power, which is causing all this major shifts. She's starting to love herself, which is now starting for a chain reaction of the domino effect. For the divine masculine, start loving himself, like, hey, I got to start. And this divine karmic also, she's loving herself. She's finding, but the difference is this karmic is not doing the job of really, to me, when I'm picking up, is like, I got to go and actually go love myself. She's like, bump that. I'm going to take the easy route. I'm going to go to somebody else to help me out to get that itch fixed. And then that'll help me in turn to feel like I'm filling my own cup. But that's somebody else filling your cup. Like, what happens if that person tell you, you got, I picture this almost. What happens if you go show up to go get your itch fixed? And then you open up the door and they like, hello. And let me lift it up for a second. And they be like, and they behind the door. Hey, oh, it's you. How you doing? Did you text me and call me? This them behind this door. Did you text and call me and tell me you was gonna come show up? No, baby. You know, I was just craving for your body. I thought I'd show up. Oh, that's nice. Yeah. And you look behind the door. They trying to see the person dressed and all that stuff. Well, yeah. Well, you know what? This ain't a good time right now. For us to be for you to come over. I'm kind of busy right now. And you know. And she's like, oh, you busy right now? Yeah, I'm busy. And then behind the door, baby, what happened to you? You ain't got no orange juice. It's like, who is that? And she's trying to open up the door. Now, hold on, wait a second, hold on, wait a second. First of all, you came here unannounced, okay? This number one, okay? Number two, I didn't tell you exclusively, you got a husband. What you coming over here like that? You know, I got to supply my needs too and stuff. And so, you know, you got somebody, he stepped in the doors behind him. He closed because he didn't want the other chick to know about that. So, you know, you got you somebody. So, you know, is you catching feelings? Because, you know, I knew what this was. You know, we just go ahead and just, you know, we just satisfying each other's needs, you know, because like what I need, my needs satisfied, you know, I just call you and this vice versa, you know. What's happening? What's caused you to be coming here at this time? And like, you know, and she just standing there like, well, you know, I'm sorry, you know, I got me, you know, somebody else here right now, you know, and you go on here, maybe, you know, you work out things with you and the guy when you know, your husband or whatever like that. But, you know, I always knew what that is. You didn't think that was just like wouldn't have nobody, would you? And she's standing there looking dumbfounded. And it's like, okay, well, you know, you make it home, you know, text me, you know, when you get home, so I know that you got home safely and stuff like that. And she looking at him like, what? And it's like, okay, all right then. Well, you have you a good night, okay? And he go ahead and close the door, creep. And like that, she left there standing there like, but damn, who gonna love me now? The DM got somebody, and look like my daggone my side PC, he got him somebody. Who gonna love me? And that's where the journey begins. Again, but maybe that is the intervention. Seeing he got somebody else and saying, now you got to start healing your own self. Start looking for somebody else to heal that scratch, that itch that you got. Okay, that's where we at. But it's because of the divine feminine chain reaction is causing this. She's like, I'm in my power. I listen to spirit. This one you got that, because the ocean. I listen to my emotions. You know, most of the time when you got the seashell to your ear, you know, you say you're listening for the ocean. You can hear the ocean in there, which means it's your emotions. I'm listening to the waves. I'm listening to when it's time to ebb and flow and to go with the flow of things. I'm learning how to protect and shield myself. This is the power I'm in, and then I know that I'm also divinely protected. This is what the snake is. But I also know that still, regardless of what's going on, I still have my eyes on the prize of the divine masculine, or my divine lover here. Because that's where it helps to make all my emotions to be able to flow. Like my cup of love runneth over when I think about my divine lover in this thing. Okay. Let's look and see about I don't want to know about the connection here. What's okay beyond that? You saying about that? I want to know. I want to get nosy and see what's actually going on. Clear. What's actually going on with this, between this divine masculine and divine feminine karmic? What's actually going on with that? Spirit know what I'm talking about. I ain't got to worry about that. When I look at this, right now, in order for them to move forward, it seems as if when we talk about divine intervention, divine spirit and source has put a big wall up in front of them wanting this freedom because they got this horse. Okay. She's looking like, woe is me. There is no more forward movement. She's got her head down. The divine masculine looking like, okay, wow. Now what I want to change, because they got apples and all different kind of things, this fruit of labor. I'm going to say this. This card here, right here, is now symbolizing and showing that with this part, is this person here at your side, obtaining this is not going to be made easy. Okay? Because you got the wrong partner. We've heard a lot of people say, even in readings and the twin flames things, about your abundance. When you're doing it with the wrong one, and that's not what you're truly divine. When you're with your truly divine person, things, your abundance is going to be like, pop, 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 like ease. It's almost like Neo when he got to the point, he was like, he was with Agent Anderson, and all them Andersons came, and he started doing it like, hey, I'm looking at time, and he fighting with one arm, I'm drinking my tea, like, I done knocked out about 50 or 60 agents already. When you do this one with your karmic, this ain't gonna be easy. You're gonna be trying to do this. He's like, hold on, I gotta put this action down now, and it's gonna be all this, and you doing all this, and the agents might even end up, more manpower with them, killing you in the process of you doing it. But you knocking these agents out, but at the same time, it's killing you in the process. Instead of you going with your true path, the spirit has had that, where it becomes easy. I could drink my tea and knock out 60 or 100 agents just in one arm. Like that. This is what this card, when I see this symbolizes here. You got the wrong partner. The obtaining of what is spiritually your things, what you have claimed to in your abundance, is going to be harder for you to be able to get there. That's an obstacle there because you got the wrong one. Even the horse look tired, like, I can't do that. Your freedom is not there. Again, there's a wall, an obstacle. There's no more forward movement in where it is. A lot of times when you do get into those situations like that, you come in there, it's gung-ho, that spirit and that things of, hey, that honeymoon is flowing, because again, you're still living off of the karmic, you're still living off of the divine energies that you had with you and the divine feminine in the mix, divine masculines. Okay, and so then eventually, after a while, that kind of is the Daniellleboomlle calls it. He calls it secret sauce. Your sauce starts to wear out. You might have had a whole bunch, and then all of a sudden it start wearing down to this, and then eventually it wear down to nothing. That energies that you are feeding off to be able to manifest starts to wear down, because that's what you together, you are alchemizing. You are the divine masculine and divine feminine, and the karmic is living off of that fume there. That's why she's talking about, I'm again feeding off of, like a host, off of you all's energies there. This here is where we're talking about as far as now it's exhausted. There's no more sauce to be made, because now the divine feminine is in her power and saying, I'm snatching all that shit back. All that stuff, whatever y'all was doing, y'all gonna have to figure that out on your own. Ain't no more manifesting with me in the picture, or how I was and I didn't know I was in the picture. You had volunteered me into this three thing menage a trois of energies, or as Jada Pinkett said, this entanglement of energies. I'm no longer signing up for that. Now I know I'm not signing up for that. So now you got to figure that out. So now I'm saying, yank, give me the cord, like a retractable cord in the iron board. Retracted that stuff back, and now y'all got to figure out how you gonna do this on your own. And Spirit is saying, now this is where the wall begins. You can do it, but it's gonna be hard enough for you when your divine feminine is instantly with this karmic. It's going to take a while, for you to be able to get to wherever you actually want to go. The divine masculine still got his head up there. Of course, that's in divine masculine fashion. It seems like, well, we keep on trying, and the divine karmic here got a head down. It's like, okay, I think we can plug in singing the song from Boys to Men. So we come to the end of the road, but I can't let go. It's unnatural. You belong to me. I belong to you. And so at the same time, it's still kind of letting the divine master look up there and say, okay, nah, that's really where I actually want to go. Instinctively in my heart, I already know that I can get that, and I can get this with ease with the divine feminine. Understanding that we have here now this thing of Three of Cups, having something to celebrate with this coming together, these energies. But this can only come together right now. What's happening with this is again with a transformation, because there's butterflies here. Now you can have something to celebrate when there's a transformation that happens. So there's some transformations that is actually happening here. This got to do with the heart, matters of the heart, standing in their power, and also understanding being grounded and rooted with where you are. Also, here we have with this, I call it Elvira. This divine feminine karmic is now understanding that she has been the cause. She's thought that she's the one who's holding all the swords here, causing all this conflict in the mind here. Looks like in order for now, she's seeing something that's celebrating. That's interesting. The thing that they have it here is now presenting a opportunity for her to gather all of that swords and stuff, and now go take it someplace else. With this is what I'm seeing here as well. It's also opened up a new door opportunity for the divine masculine to make his exit. He's not going to exit the way that he think he is, because again, that's always going by that statement. If there's not a door to exit from, find a window. Okay, this is what's going on here as far as these barriers. So there's going to be an opening presented, because this looks like to me, when I pick up and I look at this card, this divine karmic has used a couple of too many swords in the process, and now it's time for her to kind of gather those things up, because now this is causing the well to run dry here. There's an ending, and this is like a hard tower. This is like a hard ending, like you driving like some of those movies, and they driving and the bridge is gone, and they just going full speed ahead, and then wait a second, they start looking, and it's like, wait a second, and they have to make that hard break, because there's no connection there for them to go over to the other side on that. Okay, let me look and take one more time about that. Can you explain about what's going on here in this one? What's actually going on? What's actually going on? Oh, I should look at the karma. It's the lovers. It's the lovers here. Written in stone again, and being able to find peace. Right now, again, this is stopping. What needs to be celebrated is it's written in stone as far as this love thing. This going on with the divine masculine and divine feminine as well, because this is really what's going to bring peace. Really submitting to it, that I'm really going up against something that's really has been already written before the hands of time. This is here. This is like a statue. This is written in stone. Why am I trying to buck up against something and butt my head against something that right here? This is what is really being presented, because this is causing them to be more in poverty. They can't get this because, again, it's their resources. I'm picking up very strong, and I'm telling them it's starting to dry up right where they are. Now, this could be because they bring it to me now. They keep on challenging me. It's getting dried up because of COVID again. If they own a business, stuff ain't flowing like it is. They ain't got opportunities to do their own hustle and flow in the situation. You can find other, most time when you like that, you say, well, I can find other resources. You know, I can get me another job, do me a little side hustle, yada, yada, yada. You can't do that. And people not, you know, again, it depends on it again. Some places are hiring, some places are not. You know, some places are closing down. I mean, just calling it the way it is. But, you know, if you're divine, we always find a way to be able to open up a thing. But if you're going against what divine is happening, and like I said, this is part of the intervention where I'm picturing that the source is now drying up some resources. Putting these hard things up there to say, nah, it's time to stop. It's time for you to start really practicing some self-love in this thing. And self-love is looking at what you actually want. In a situation. What are some karmic actions going on in this situation? Clear. No, that's too many. I feel like that's not out of default. There we go. What are some karmic actions that's actually going on? This is again trying to let me see this card because I've seen this before. It means I know what that's what I do here. Oh hell, somebody dueling here. Oh snap. Dueling and about to cause somebody to fall off the dang on edge here. 5 of Wands here. I'm gonna check out this first one here though. Because being in this situation here, you talk about maturing, we down to bad health now. That's probably even on her end. She keep on staying in there. She going to get to bad. It's some bad something. It's going to bad financial health, bad, again, mental health, whatever it is. With 3, 5, and it got 3 things. Death. Transformation, change, beginning and end, sudden event, mutation, surprise, understanding of what is important, finishing something one had given up on, the last threshold, the last embrace, the final kiss. This is wrapping it up. I need to get that title back again, like I had said before. I had did that. It's coming to the end of the road. I did that a while back. That was one of my top viewed ones. I think it's got about 5,000 views on that one. That one was, I came out the gate. I might look at that again there. We coming, it's some closure. It's coming to the end. And now divine interest stepped in and it's put up this wall. Like, okay, we about to, like some people, they're like, we gonna smoke you out. What was I watching? Was it Cursed? And they had them up in that tower. And it's like, listen here, we gonna have to get out of here because they about to, it's more of them. They already set this place on fire, and we got to get out of here. And that's what it is. The divine intervention is smoking them out. They're taking their resources. Like, okay, ain't neither one of y'all listening? Okay, bet. I got something for you. How about I take this away from you, and now let's see how you survive. Because that's really, you're going to really get that dog-eat-dog world kind of mentality out. Or like rats, you push a rat in the corner, he going to come out swinging. And pretty much with them and underneath them circumstances, they're going to come out swinging to each other. These fights is probably intensifying now because you ain't got that. You frustrated. They frustrated. I don't like your ass no way. But man, I went over to my damn side piece, which is usually a way for me to have me some kind of way of some outlet. He up there got another damn chick up in there. He up there acting like he don't know who he is. He talked to me through the door like, but yeah, who is it? Okay. And wishing me good luck and sending me on my way. You know, this is getting really frustrating. First, I thought, you know, I was acting kind of cocky because I had me an outlet. You know, I wasn't stuck in it. I ain't got no outlet on this stuff. It's like that. And now let me look at number 5, the 5 of Wands here. Shoot, this getting tripped out here. 5 of Wands. What's this? This wand? No, that's chalices. Oh my God. Almost make you feel for 5. Imitation, training, preparation, vanity, dispute for futile reasons. I told you they fighting. These fight. I don't know why I think they said something about that. Really, was that Benita saying the karmic and the EM both are operating from masculine energies because they both doers? She might have said that. And this is what I looked at this. I said this is the karmic them fighting because they both in doer mode, divine masculine mode. I gotta get out of here. And they haven't, and they're saying they haven't. This is dispute over futile reasons, which is testing their strength. Like I said again, she ain't got no outlet. We going back and forth. It's like I gotta have somebody I could practice on. But this is preparing them for the final countdown. It's the final countdown. Look at it, ain't got a clock in the background. It's the final countdown. We come right there, excuse my things there. We come to the end, and it's on the tower there. So it's a tower there. Again, final countdown for again, that's gonna be divine intervention too again. And we bringing it down. We got the church there again, the difference in the spirituality there, trying to bridge to go over to the other side over here. And we having a fight here. That ain't benefiting nobody. Let's see about this fight. I'm curious about this fight here. What's going on with this fight? Then we about to get some solutions here. That's enough of going back and forth. These 3 right here. What's happening here? They acting like a family and there ain't nothing going on there. People know the divine master is moving in energies and becoming an official person because he's trying to get mastery. He's got things, daydreams and things that he's got in the foreground as far as where he wants to anchor. He's been daydreaming. He's been visualizing this because about this marriage, which is to me is this marriage here. For this one is with the divine feminine here. He wants a serious commitment. This is funny. Every time when I see this, I always look like it's like dollars. He knows with this divine feminine here. Today, this look like dollars, like money here. She's the abundance. He's not going to get it with that. Spirit has told him. He's been working with him. I'm not the only one that has said that the Spirit's been working with these divine masculines in their dreams so they can be able to get this message of really, truly understanding about what's going on. Wow. Okay. So what is the life changes right here? Well, we know this about this karmic things. What's the darkness that she's got to be really dealing with? The dag on the side piece and close the door on her, child. Clear. You know, That's how divine intervention say, listen here, you ain't doing right. Neither one of y'all right. Guess what? I am drying up every resource that you have. That side piece to help you to get along with it, I'm going to dry that up there. I'm going to make you so out there without anything, so irritated and ready to say F this, fuck this, all, everything. Just forget this. Get this shit, everything. Him, this here. I'm so agitated right now. April talk about it in Sandbox talk about she agitated. Heck, they get karmic agitated. Again, she's got to stop this masquerade here, acting like it's all peachy keen and her mind is just really overactive, especially from everything that's happening, because I can feel her mind just reeling from this turn down for her side piece. here. This been an issue. And then hiding your true self, going in two different directions. You know within yourself you don't want this relationship with the divine masculine. Anytime you start looking on the outside for somebody else, that means you're not satisfied. You don't like what they serving. It ain't right or whatever like that. You need to get grounded and rooted right now to where you are. Rather, that side piece could be even your divine masculine, karmics as well. You need to really actually choose which one. That's again, remember we house divine feminine and divine masculine energies within us. So I'm picking this up. This could be a man that's in the feminine energies as well, and you might be messing around with the divine feminine and feminine, which is the divine feminine, right? Energies, and she probably say that's enough. Well, who's that up there I'm hearing? Well, it's been nice, but you don't look like you making no movements towards me. So, of course, I got to find me a new love. That new love could be also somebody old. Some new love could be she's now focused in on her mission. It don't have to be a person or jobs that she's really loving. And she's like, hey, I waited on you, So now you talking to me through the door now, or whatever like that. The masculine, whichever way you want to play out the roles, but again, all of them is interchangeable, and there is a way of how we are mirroring each other in some ways. It's nothing but just the exchange of actors in there, but everybody's playing a role. Period on that. What things does need to? What life changes is about to occur? I flew that other one over there, so we won less, but that's all right. Clear. This karmic got to make the next step. Take the next step. She's got to take this next step, and now. And that is the end of an era. I told you that. It's the final countdown. They playing in we've come to the end of the road. I wish I could. They might not like that, but that's where we at. We at the end. It's a closing of a chapter. My advice to you, divine feminists, keep on being in your empress energies, on your grind, creating your empires. Just concentrate on that right now. I've told you that. Just keep on concentrating on that right now. And she needs to, in this karmic, she needs to surrender her intuition. Her gut been telling her inner voice been telling her, child, it's over with. Anytime with me, if I was in a situation and I start seeing resources and things that used to flourish, and now all of a sudden they starting to dry up, my side piece ain't acting right, my divine masculine, he cutting up, the money that we used to have flowing between us is that. I had this side job here, that is side hobby that I had, that it was my side hustle. It ain't flowing anymore. It used to be flourishing, now it's drying up. That to me, instinctively in my gut, signals to me that it's coming to, some stuff is coming to a close. I'm going down the wrong path. I'm going down the wrong way, and I need to turn my little self around and either stop, get some clarity, get out of the situation, and start really looking at it saying something has to change. Because the writing is on the wall. Woo, she making my crown itch. Ooh, Lord, I got my hair done. So you got to start looking at and seeing that I'm going the wrong way in this situation. I'm with the wrong person. Things ain't flourishing. Things ain't prospering. And I'm in the look and say, you know what, stuff was flourishing, but then till I got with your behind, your ass, now stuff is drying up. So guess what? I'm looking around and adding stuff up, and guess what? Who is the key piece here that messed all this stuff up? Is you, divine masculine. Now she ain't gonna okay. I hear some of y'all talking about. Remember, we ain't quite there matured yet. So again, of course, the solution is her. You're the issue there. Because you can stop with the divine masculine, go pick up your stuff and walk someplace else, and then it'll be the same issues all over again. That has been picked up in a lot of the readings again, that they steal the divine masculine, rather she kick him out or he get up and pick up a wall, she's still going to be left there dirty. Let me see what it says. What's going to happen? What's the next thing about their connection? Let's see. Clear. Okay, I'll put that on there. Let's see. Right, this is it. She's got to get to the truth. This is here. The truth about what's actually happening in her emotions in the situation. It's right dead smack dab in the center of it all. She's got to come to the truth about this, what's going on in this situation. I'm going to ask the angels. They just told me, say, ask the romance angels. What is some advice that you would like to give the divine feminine that's waiting, clear, that's in this situation? What is some advice that you want them to know? Again, they said the advice that romance angels give you, divine feminine, in this situation where with this divine masculine is in this entanglement, would be free yourself. Again, it's time to take back control of your life. I told you, stay in your power right there. And then very soon, clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. To me, it's saying things will end very soon. If you stay the course. Now, that's what it's saying to me. Very soon, something is about to transpire with this divine masculine in this situation. This, again, free yourself. You want to do that because right now you need to focus in on your happy. You got things that you need to celebrate with. Again, that came out in there. Again, you're the one that can unlock yourself and be able to even explore this new world as well. And then it's got the hummingbird. So right now you're busy about really trying to nurture and get things flourishing on your own. And then also you're busy right now. You regenerating some things that had died within yourself, maybe because of the connection you have with divine masculine not working out. Those things you're finding ways to, when you free yourself, it's going to help to go like a power generator. It powers back up all those things there, because right now, like I said, you're in this situation, that divine masculine and his karmic situation, they kind of was pulling on your resources as well, and spirit is letting you know we're regenerating that stuff right now. Can you clarify for me what you mean by this very soon thing? Because I think the way I'm looking at it, that's what it means. Make it clear, make it plain. The higher power is at work to unlock some things. Again, this is what it's saying. Again, the higher power unlock some things to decide. It's also the higher power is going to give you the solution to be able to unlock some things. Number two, again, like I said, several levels to things. Also, the higher power is over there. They're unlocking some things too, and about that situation there. So that's going to end very soon. What is it that right now that the divine masculine and the divine feminine that's in this situation, what are they destined for? In this situation. Unbelievable. So I say I'm drying that crap up. I'm drying that shit up. All that stuff getting dried up. It's getting dried up. Their resources is there. So some of you all, they tell me also it might take a little time. It's almost they showing me like a pipe. And I remember one time they came here and they fixed, and then we'll wrap it up. The water, they had did something. And I think the hot water tank wasn't filled. And so then I was like, all of a sudden it was like all the hot water had kind of ran out the system. And then I was like, what's happening? Hot water is gone. They say you got to wait till it reboots itself again. And that's the same thing that I'm saying about there ain't no reboot. You get to reboot divine feminine, divine masculine is not going to get to reboot while he's up in that situation. But at the same time, like I said, things are now powering down. It's like it's got to go through the whole system. So you're like, well, they look like to me. I look on Facebook. Divine Sunshine said it should be in and out. And they look like they still flourishing. Give it some time. It's got to go through all that whole system for it to power down. All that stuff, all that resources and energies that have been for it to kind of go on. But Spirit said we didn't stop it. It's then stopped. Just like they say about the karmic cycle. Say it stopped. That goes back to that. They say about you got about that itching stuff. Ooh. Somebody like old folks say, if your back itching, you gonna get your booty beat. You about to get it, so it's about to get you a whooping. You gonna get whooping. Your ass gonna get whooped on that one. And so you gotta give it time for it to do this. It's drying up. It's drying up. It's drying up. It's drying up as we speak. Right now. So again, Right now it's a standstill. Right now in your destiny, there's a standstill. There's no forward movement. But again, even in that forward movement, no movement in that, still life is still going on. Because I remember I read this card before, and they was talking about how in the marsh, a lot of times you couldn't see the different organisms and things. So to me, this is almost like it looks like a standstill here, but then it's also something that's going on. So to you, it looks like, well, the divine masculine us and we ain't doing nothing. But they're saying behind the scenes there's actually some things that are going on that you can't be able to see. Just like they say in the murky water, there's life. Different organisms are still living, although it seems like it's a standstill. And then also, for you, as say, understanding that you are right now, you all are divinely protected. Don't worry about it. Here, this is like the tree of life. You all are divinely protected, because again, it's got like this to me, when I see that, that's like divine intervention at play, sources acting in that. So understand that was a good read. Oh wow. And I think even Twin Flame All Stars talked about that for the divine master. Some stuff is going to be hitting the fan here. So I'm pretty much also confirming that as well. But like I said, I'm going to try to remember to link on that end of the road. If not, go through my thing and look for the end of the road one. This one, because this looks like, again, this is the final countdown. Source is drying up their resources to actually smoke them out. I gotta write that down. Don't laugh at me. I see you, Diana. Don't be laughing. I love when you stop and say that again. All right, final countdown. Cause see, I remember forget. Countdown. Source is drying up DM and karmics resources to smoke them out of the both of them, that's a long word, to smoke them out. If I can't get that in, I think that's all I'm gonna do is smoke them out. Okay, I like that. Okay, Chikiki. It's the final countdown. Oh Lord. All right, as always, get your love letter too if you want to kind of really know what's happening in your divine person's heart as well. If divine feminines right now, you want to really kind of really concentrate on self. Make sure that you are see me for transformational. Those things are really, I'm getting more divine feminines come to me like, you know what, I'm putting a pause on the connection thing. I really want to work on myself and get myself better. Come get a transformational reading. It's reading and healing too. For me, through the cards, where also spirit directs me, it gives me activities and things in which you need to work on. We talk about some things that spirit sees as needs to be transformed as well through the reading, and then we do that through Zoom. So I do the reading again. Why the cost is the way it is because I really read you twice. I do the reading before me and Source and your higher self. We talk it out, and I pick the cards and they tell me. Then I get on Zoom and then we talk together and we go through each card and we do an explanation. Why did Source show that? Why is it? And then I also give you a complimentary video of the first one, that reading that I do of me and Source and yourself. And then I also give you notes about things that they tell you about, activities that you need to do, as far as Source tell you about some cognitive brain activities that you have to do, some people and resources that you might need to go and hook up with to be able to make your experience more transformative as well as that too. So those are some things that to look into right now. Everybody, the trend is now is transformations for divine feminines. How can I transform myself to be the better me? So make sure you go to Divineunisouls11.co. Either again, if you want to know about your divine master, about what's in his heart and what's going on, get your love letter there as well. That's $14. And then also, if you want a transformational reading as well, go to, that's $70. Go to get that as well with me, and that includes a Zoom meeting. So again, I read you twice. I do it one time by myself, and the second time we talk through via Zoom as well. It's 30 minutes as well. So look into that. That's a good investment when you do. I have not yet to have anybody walk away from it that they pretty much in tears. They feel like they're healed. They feel empowered. They feel like they know what they need to do after that, because that's got some coaching. That's that one-on-one coaching on you. And like I found out from my last reading that I did, she's like, I've been trying to do this, beating up against my wall. And I said, the problem is that you're trying to look at it. It's nothing like having a fresh pair of eyes and somebody else looking at your issue and seeing what you need to actually do to make that change. So I know a lot of you say, well, I'm fine, I can do it my own thing. I ain't gonna do that, pay for that. But again, I help you grow leaps and bounds just by that connection that we have, and you really see the introspection of how Source said you need to tweak and fix this, and do this, and you get those aha moments. I give you aha towers in there to make you say, whoop, I'm getting up, I'm about to change this. So make sure that if you're serious about change and you're tired of going around in that roller coaster thing ride as well, make sure you invest in yourself and do that today. All right, as always, stay uplifted, stay motivated, stay ascended. Namaste, namago. Love you.